It, man. Feeling good early. Where's CFO game? Let's see who's up, man. Let's see who's up. Let's see who's really about that life. Who's really going after. Let's see. Who's gonna be the first to pop up? I can tell who's first to pop up because if you first to pop up, that means you know the game, man. Let's see. Let's see. Trying to think who's gonna be my first. Mike. Now Sin City, it's kind of early for bro, so he might not be the first one. You know what I'm saying? We might start doing something. We might start doing something with that. You know, be the first to pop up. Be the first to pop up in the early mornings. Let's see who's gonna be the first to pop up. Might have to call like the early gang or something like that, man. Cause everyone uses know the game, but I want to do something different, man. First to pop up early in the morning. Who got their notification set? Who's first to pop up in the chat? You know, those people is lit, ready to go, get active, make things happen, man. I feel good this Monday, man. It's warm out. It's like 40 today, or 40 right now. Plus it's like 65. We back, man. It's got done running 2 miles real quick before I jumped on the live with y'all. Got a lot to talk about, man. Got a lot to talk about. Like I said, this off season, we're gonna continue to press, continue to push forward, get right, and see if we can find ways to fix this dysfunctional ass organization that we root for, man. Y'all know how we do, man. Early morning walk and talk, share the content, like the content, and do all that. We are gearing up for the NFL Combine. Got some film sessions dropping today. Probably like a few more wide receivers. But I think I'm gonna start mixing it up a little bit. Just from a content standpoint, because when we kind of sit and talk about the same position over and over, I personally kind of fade, right? So I might start mixing up. We might go from wide receiver to linebacker to corner. You know what I'm saying? My guy, William Gann Jr., good morning, Cowboys Nation. He the first one to pop up, man. Like I said, we might start doing giveaways and stuff for the first person to pop up in the chat in the early mornings. Because I know those people are up, ready to get it, ready to make it happen. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. So yeah, before we jump into the Cowboy stuff, man, I've been reading this book called The Let Them Theories by Mel Robbins. He's a writer. My guy JC, what's going on with you, bro? So Mel Robbins, and definitely check her out. I've been reading this book called The Let Them Theory. And like I said, it's a really good book. If you look up TED Talks, though, Mel Robbins has what's called the 5-second rules, like one of the most infamous TED Talks ever. It's like 33 million views on YouTube, like TED Talks, right? She kind of sparked the whole idea of TED Talks. Like, I love TED Talks. I watch it a lot, right? So, you know, what the 5-second rule is, giving yourself 5 seconds to make a decision, right? So like case in point, this morning my alarm goes off, right? And a lot of people ask me this, like, Tuck, how do you get up so early every day at 4 a.m., right? And I feel like when your alarm goes off, what's up, Reaper? When your alarm goes off in the morning, it allows you to set the tone for the day, right? And what do I mean by that? Bam, it's 4 a.m., J Tuck's alarm goes off. I can make a decision, hit that snooze button, roll back over in bed, next to my wife, next to my dog, right? In my comfortable bed, and sleep longer, right? And stay where I'm comfortable, right? Stay where I'm comfortable, and no one's gonna say anything, right? No one's gonna hold me accountable. No one's gonna say, yo, Tuck, your alarm went off at 4, but you turned around and slept till 5:36, right? No one's gonna know that but me, right? Or I have the other alternative, my alarm going off at 4 a.m. and just getting up and making it happen, right? So the very first thing that happens when your alarm goes off, you have the conscious decision to get up and do what's expected, right? Or you can cheat yourself, right? You can cheat yourself and stay where you're comfortable. See what I'm saying? And if you make the very first decision of your day, cheating yourself and staying where it's comfortable, you're already negative for the day, right? You're already negative for the day. So what I started doing is just making that conscious decision. No matter as tired as I am, right? I put my phone on the other side of the room. At least I have to get up. The hardest part about getting up in the morning early, especially at 4 a.m., is just getting up. Once you're out of the bed, you're pretty much good. But if I can just reach over on my nightstand and tap snooze, I'll do that shit 45 times, right? We've all done it, right? But if you have to get up and walk to the bathroom and turn the alarm off, then that changes things, but it sets the tone, right? So even for this Monday morning, the fact that my alarm went off at 4, I was up, right? Already wrote in my journal, already read some of my book, came to the gym, ran 2 miles. Now I'm talking live to y'all. I have set the tone for my morning. I have set the tone for my Monday. You see what I'm saying? So that's what the book is really explaining when it comes to the 5-second rule. It's like giving yourself a countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then make a decision. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of people, and I've done this before, we have these ideas, we have these thoughts of things we want to make happen, but we never have the initiatives to get up and do it, right? So that's what the 5-second rule is. So definitely check out Mel Robbins, man. Great author. A lot of that stuff, man. So I've been talking a lot to one of my mentors, man, and he gave me some advice. And a lot of times my mentor gives me stuff, I'll just give it to y'all. And what he's telling me is like, and I never thought about this, is that I have to learn to embrace the negatives, or we have to learn to embrace the negatives, right? And what do I mean by that? It's like, for every action, there's a reaction. See what I'm saying? So there's a yin and a yang, all right? So a lot of times we focus on the positives and we try to stray away from the negatives, right? And not embrace it. So he gave me an example. If you want to get in shape, right? If you want to get in shape, shooters, y'all know the vibes, man. We know how we do in the early morning. If you want to get in shape, right? Yeah, sometimes you don't feel like working out. Sometimes you don't feel like eating healthy, right? So that's the negative, right? You don't feel like tracking your calories. You don't feel like getting up early. You don't feel like doing all that stuff, right? So those are the negatives, but you have to embrace those. You see what I'm saying? So you embrace those and embrace them with gratitude. You see what I'm saying? Like, instead of saying, I want to get in shape, but damn, bro, I got to get up early and work out. Instead of thinking like that, think, I got to get in shape, and I'm blessed and grateful to have breath in my lungs, to be able to wake up early today, right? I have movement in my body that I can hop on here and walk, right? And be grateful for that. So show gratitude, right? Show gratitude, and it changes your mindset. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that would love, y'all, they love to do what I'm doing right now and just walk with their own willpower. You see what I'm saying? But we take some of those things for granted, We take some of those things for granted. I've done it, right? We think, oh man, I got to eat chicken breast and broccoli. There are people who are starving that would kill for some chicken breast and broccoli or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So it's shifting your mindset to embrace some of those negatives, right? And be grateful, And, the conversation me and my mentor was having was like, he sits back and sees like, bro, you're getting hate. You're getting hate, and it's like you're letting all the hate and criticism wear you down, right? And what he was saying is, be grateful for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, with success at anything comes criticism. You see what I'm saying? No matter what you do in life, if you start getting successful at it, you are going to get hate. You are going to get criticism. Be grateful for that, because what that hate and that criticism is showing you is that you are moving in the right direction. When I had 2 followers and I would go live and nobody would enter the chat and everybody loved me then, no one had shit to say. I've been doing the same thing I've been doing for years. You know what I'm saying? Even way back with the Dak and Zeke draft, I was talking draft on Twitter. It's just nobody gave a damn. You see what I'm saying? No one cared. No one cared that I said, hey, we should draft Dak Prescott out of Mississippi State back in 2016. I think that comment had like 4 likes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so nobody cared, right? But now if I say that, there's thousands of people across the world paying attention, and there's going to come hate. So I got to embrace that. Right? There's people who want to see you fail. But why do those people want to see you fail? It's because you're succeeding. Think about this, y'all. Pat Mahomes, I met Pat a few times, right? Especially here in Kansas City. He don't do nothing. He don't do nothing at all. He's a very chill dude, very nice dude, father, just works hard, plays football. That's about it. Pat is he's a very low-key dude, right? But there were so many people watching the Super Bowl wanting the Chiefs to lose because they were tired of seeing the Chiefs win, right? And so that comes along with the territory. Think about that. There was thousands of people or millions of people just not even cheering for the Eagles. You know, really don't like the Eagles. I even saw some Cowboys fans say this, and they're kind of like, all right. But I even saw people was like, I'm just tired of seeing the Chiefs win. I'm tired of seeing Pat Mahomes win. Y'all know how dope that is? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how dope that is? That people are just tired of seeing you win. You see what I'm saying? So you got to embrace that. You know, no one's saying, man, besides Cowboys fans, right? You don't see the whole world sitting back saying, man, I'm just tired of seeing the Cowboys lose. You know, I really want the Cowboys to win one because I am just tired of seeing them lose. You see what I'm saying? If you don't poll the national football fan base, nobody is pulling outside of the Cowboys fans, pulling for the Cowboys because people are tired of seeing us lose. Now, people get tired of seeing you win. You see what I'm saying? So that's confirmation. Show gratitude towards that. Embrace that. You see what I'm saying? Embrace that people want to see you lose. And then you use that and you channel that for positive energy, right? If you guys want to get in shape, right? There's going to be people who don't want to see you get in shape. And they're going to try to stop you and give you negative, or you want to start a new business or whatever you want to do in life. There is going to be people who are going to be negative once you start to get that momentum, right? Once you lose about 20 pounds, 30 pounds, right? Man, you look sick. You look small. I like when you was bigger. You know what I'm saying? I like when you was bigger. Oh, you must see, you know what I'm saying? Like, watch this summer, and watch this summer when we start really outside, people gonna be like, man, Tuck must be taking steroids. Tuck must be doing this, blah, 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 right? Because that's confirmation. They're not seeing that maybe Tuck woke up at 4 a.m. every day that you guys saw, and we worked out together as a unit to go accomplish our goals. They're not going to see that shit, right? They're going to see the end result and start hating. They don't see the sacrifices. They don't see the days when I had 3 shows, 4 shows, but still had to find time to go to the gym at 8:30 at night just to make sure I get my workout, right? They're going to see the end result and they're going to start hating. But that hate's going to be confirmation. So embrace the negatives, show gratitude, continue to work, y'all. And we're going to push in 2025. And I want all of you guys to go out to whatever you guys are after this year. All right, so let's get into the Cowboys stuff, man. Like I said yesterday, we are gearing up for the NFL Combine. I will be out there in Indy this week. Get there Wednesday, but I won't be there for the defensive line stuff. But I'll be there like Wednesday, like at 3 or something like that. So yeah, we're gearing up for the Combine. But, you know, what I was trying to share this message is, and a lot of people, we understand it, but my guy BJ Nix, man, so look at BJ Nix, right? What we have to understand as Cowboys fans, there is a difference between having talented on your roster and building a complete roster. What's up, Twist? What's going on with you, bro? Um, what's up, man? Go Birds, man. What's up, to Eagles fans? Any thoughts on Teddy Buchanan, linebacker out of Cal? Twist, I haven't only watched like 2 games of his thus far. I haven't fully scouted him. So I'm not going to go too much in depth because I haven't fully scouted him yet. I only saw like 2 games in passing, and I wasn't really scouting him that game. I was watching the opposite side of the ball. But it looks like he has some upside potential, but I haven't even scouted him yet, to be honest. What's up? What's up? Count it up. So, getting back to what I was saying is there's a difference between having a talented roster, right, and a complete roster. See what I'm saying? And I feel like that's where a lot of Cowboys fans, where we fall victim, right? Especially with the Cowboys, right? We put a lot of our players on a pedestal, and naturally so, because that's just how the NFL does it. That's how our organization does it, right? So we look and say, well, Tuck, we have tons of talent, right? We have Tyler Smith, and we have Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Aubrey and Deron Bland, Dak Prescott, Trayvon Diggs, and Jake Ferguson, as you will, right? So we look at those talent pieces. We look at those talent pieces and we assume that that's a complete roster, right? And the word I always use when it comes to that is I feel like the Cowboys are always top heavy, right? I feel like we're top heavy from a roster standpoint. So yeah, we have the DeMarcus Lawrences. Yeah, we have the Micah Parsons. Yeah, we have, those guys. But if those guys go down, things fall off a cliff. You see what I'm saying? So when you have a complete roster, you're able to win in a multitude of different ways, right? And I think that's what the Cowboys' focus really needs to be on, is that we have talent, we have Dak, and we have CD. But if Dak has an off day, which in correlation, that means CD's probably having an off day, can we still win ball games? You know what I'm saying? Can we still win ball games if Dak is having an off day, CD's having an off day? Can we still win football games, right? And I feel like that's where having a complete roster really comes into play, right? And this is what I was saying, no slight, no shock to Rico, but do y'all feel, let me know in the chat, that if Dak and CD were having an off day, that we could ride Rico to victory? I don't think it depends on the opponent, right? If it's like the Giants or somebody, maybe, you know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like that is something we could lean on. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, JV, I don't think this is the case, right? So that is where our focus should be in this offseason. Yeah, it depends on the opponent, Dre. Like I said, if it's like the Giants, something like maybe, you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't feel like we could beat like Philly. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't beat like Detroit. We couldn't beat like Miami, Buffalo, like those types of teams. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we need to get to, is having a more complete roster. Because think about this, y'all. Think about this, y'all. As bad as the Eagles beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, you see what I'm saying? Saquon didn't have a big game. You see what I'm saying? Saquon did not have a big game, but there were so many different pieces that the Eagles were able to use, especially offensively, to still win and been fine. You know what I'm saying? Like that shows, bam, okay, well, Saquon's not having a big game. That's cool though, whatever. We still got AJ Brown. We still got Devontae Smith. You know what I'm saying? You sit back and, you know what I'm saying, like we have those types of people surrounding the Eagles and Jalen Hurts, right? But when it comes to the Cowboys, it was if CD or Dak is off, everything's off, right? So I feel like we have to, and people might spin it, right, because I'm mentioning those 3 letters, but we have to stop being offensively so Dak dependent, right? It's a lot on Dak Prescott's shoulders, and I feel like there's still you know, Dak is a good quality quarterback, right? But you can't just make it Dak or die. You see what I'm saying? I think we're past the Dak or die situation. We have to get past that, right? It needs to be Dak has other pieces around him to make his life easier. But if we go out there with this philosophy of since we paid him the highest contract in football, we have to put everything on his shoulders or else it's not gonna get there. It's not, y'all. Like, it's no slight to Dak. He's just not that, right? There's only like one quarterback who's barely that. You see what I'm saying? Like, and you saw what Pat Mahomes did. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta give our quarterback some help. I don't understand it, right? Think about this, and I've said this before on other streams, but look how the Cowboys, what's up, my dog DMV? Yeah, we back, bro. It's about 45, 50 right now. We are good, bro. We good with the walk and talks moving forward, dog. We good, dog. Shit, if I'd known you'd been up, I would have seen if I can send you the stream. Let me see if I can do it. Hold up, let me see. I'm gonna press this button. Nah. We'll do it tomorrow, dog. Well, if you can jump on, so I'll start sending y'all the link. But yeah, we back walking and talking, man. So yeah, stop making it so Dak dependent, right? Make life easier on Dak. Look at Brian Schottenheimer, right? Brian Schottenheimer is coming in as first-year head coach, but if you look, now I said we're still going to wait till week 6, but look at the amount of coaching and coaches and coaching staff that they're putting around Brian Schottenheimer to make Brian Schottenheimer's life easier, right? We need to have that same mentality when it comes to Dak Prescott. It can't just be like, oh, well, we got Dak and he'll just fix everything. Nah, it shouldn't be we got Dak and he'll fix everything. It should be like, yo, we got Dak. We need to go load the clip. Because honestly, y'all, we have probably a 3-year window with Dak Prescott. It's probably where we're at, right? He's getting older, longer in the tooth, right? We got a 3-year window with Dak. And we can't afford to waste those 3 years, just hanging out and just saying, you got it, bro. You know what I'm saying? That whole, you got to do more with less. Jerry should have got his ass beat for saying that. You know what I'm saying? He should have got his ass beat for saying that because that's ridiculous. We've looking around the league and seeing, cause I saw a few mock drafts, it talked about T-Mac going to Jacksonville, right? So it talked about Jacksonville possibly taking a wide receiver. So you get Brian Thomas, who had a phenomenal rookie season, who I won in Dallas, right? And then you possibly get T-Mac. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. So they're trying to make his life easier, right? All these different quarterbacks, whether it was Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes, hell, Aaron Rodgers went to the Jets, got the coach fired, got his coach in, bitched about getting his wide receiver, Devontae Adams, and still fell off a cliff. But they were trying to make their quarterback's life easier. But in Dallas, it's just figured out, bro. Just figure it out. Just figure it out. Y'all get any hunting out that way. Hey, bro, y'all know shooters on deck, bro. Y'all know what to do, bro. If y'all got some clowns in here in the morning, y'all know, get on up out of here. Shoot first, ask questions later. So yeah. So yeah, bang, bang. All right, so yeah, so, you know, this whole mentality when it comes to the Cowboys has to change, y'all. And I'm gonna be fully honest, right? I know people mark sometimes me or Big Game or DMV or whoever as the negatives. It's not negative, it's about being honest, right? But the Cowboys don't show me any difference of mentality and free agency, y'all. I'm just not buying none of this shit. I'm just not, right? There's nothing you can sell me. Like, if it's another free agency where we're sitting back And we're just watching people get sniped active on first day, day 2, day 3, day 4. And we're just resigning our guys. We bring in 2 to 3 outside guys or whatnot, kind of low budget, whatever. That's all I need to see. That's all I would need to see, because it shows me that it doesn't matter the coaching staff, it doesn't matter the players, right? The front office and the franchises, mindset and culture, it's never going to change, and we're constantly going to get the same results. So, you know, I don't know. It says, honestly, Tuck, that's why I mess with y'all. Big game trucks, etc. No fluff. And that's how it, I don't want to say needs to be, but we've all worked. We've all had friends. We've all had people around us, right? A yes man mentality doesn't get the job done at all, right? You need someone to tell you the truth in order to fix things, right? It's like, let's say, JC, you feel like you're 30 pounds overweight, right? But I'm just being a yes man and just being like, bro, you fine, dog. You good, man. Don't worry about it. Big is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? If I'm just being a yes man, I'm doing you no good. Like, for example, and he'll probably tell y'all this whenever he comes live, right? The value that Dez told me this, that he likes having me on the team, is that I'm not a yes man, right? And he was like, Tuck, the real reason I fuck with you, besides, your talent and everything else you do, bro, he's like, you're not a yes man. You see what I'm saying? And he was like, hey, for example, we've been working on some stuff behind the scenes, and Dez was ready to put it out and launch it on, hold on. Okay, all right. So Dez was ready to launch it like last Monday, right? He had this idea in his head, he's gonna launch it last Monday. And people were on the call kind of being silent. And I turned off my microphone, like, listen, bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. It's just not ready. You see what I'm saying? It's not ready. I mean, you can do it if you want to, but from a business standpoint, and you brought me on to be the business consultant, I'm telling you, this is not ready and it's going to fail. You see what I'm saying? It's going to fail if you put this shit out on Monday. And here's the reasons why. The infrastructure, like, it just wasn't ready, right? But he was just trying to get it out. And finally, after listening to me, he was like, yeah, Tuck, I agree. It's not. I'm like, there's no need to rush it, getting it out right now, right? Let's make sure it's solid and there's no holes in the business infrastructure before we present this to the world, because you only get one shot to present it, right? Let's wait. There's no rush. The football season is over, so we ain't got to panic right now. Let's hold off and make sure this shit is right. But I don't think it's ready, but I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. You can put it out there if you want to, but I'm telling you, he has like a 97% chance of failing, right? And luckily, he listened, and he called me back. He's like, yeah, bro. He's like, that's why I got you on the squad, because you kept it real. And I was feeling like I was getting eager, but you was just like, nah. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing when it comes to the Cowboys, right? It's not that me and Big Game or whoever is just being negative for the hell of being negative. I want to make positive, happy rainbow content. You see what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, if you go into the season and you don't improve the running back room, you are not ready for success. You will not be able to win. I'm just telling you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just a Tuck from a fan standpoint, it's from a pure football standpoint. If you can't run the ball and you don't have a wide receiver core that stresses the defense, you're not going to be taken serious. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not me being, that's simple football one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? That's simple football one-on-one where I can double team CeeDee Lamb, right? You have no run game, keep 2 safeties over the top. I can rush. How many videos did I make this past season showing you guys of defenses versus our offense, rushing 4 and dropping 7? You know what I'm saying? rushing 4 and dropping 7. Hell, the Eagles did to the Chiefs all game, right? It's a formula for disaster when you can't run the ball, and I can just rush 4 people and drop 7 back into coverage. Because you might be able to strategically move the chains down the field, right? But all we're banking on is one mistake. Might mess around, get 2 mistakes. Hell, if I'm lucky, I might get 3 mistakes that changes the course of the game, right? So how do you combat that? How do you change it where you can't just rush 4, have these light boxes, and drop 7? You have dynamic running backs that will eat you alive if you do that. You also got to have protection up front, right? You got to have offensive line, bro. But it's like, so you need those things. So it's not big game being negative or J Tuck being negative or this and that. We're just being honest from a football perspective and say, hey, bro, it's not ready. It's not ready, right? And I felt like the fan base, I feel like me as a fan, I value that, right? I value that of people who's keeping it real with me. You know, that was the type of stuff I wanted, right? We could easily, and I sent it on a group chat, right? And I don't know who these fellas are, but all their titles was just like rainbows. You see what I'm saying? What's up, landlord? All these titles like Dallas Cowboys get still higher. Dallas Cowboys get coached that everybody was after. Dallas Cowboys are killing it in coaching hires. Dallas Cowboys are making a blockbuster trade. Dallas Cowboys got steel with Mingo. It's all sunshine and rainbows, right? And of course, people are clicking on it because when you go through the seasons that we've had the past 2 years, people just want to hear something good, right? But they're getting manipulated and they're just blindly just clicking on it because they're like, oh, well, Dallas Cowboys got a coach that everybody was after. Bro, Brian Schottenheimer got 1 job interview, and that was us. So why are you putting Brian Schottenheimer on a video, on a thumbnail, and telling Cowboys fans, we got the hire that everybody wanted? You see what I'm saying? Like common sense. The Cowboys ain't even want Brian Schottenheimer. If Mike McCarthy would have took a 4-year deal, he would have been the head coach. But see, that's what people want, right? They want, tell me something good. Tell me. That's old school shit. That's what Cowboys fans want right now, right? But it takes courage. It takes nuts. And if you want real change, you're going to have honest conversations, right? For those of us who are married, right? Sometimes you have to have honest conversations with your wife. You know what I'm saying? Or your husband. Hey, bro, real talk, you need to start picking up shit around here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have those conversations. My wife will do it with me. Hey, I need help upstairs. Hey, I need to get off the game right now and bring your ass upstairs. I need some help. Right? It can't be, hey, whenever you have some free time and you might have a gap where you can pause the game, I could really use some help with the kids and the dishes and the laundry. It's no, bro. Hey, come upstairs right now. You see what I'm saying? We're having real conversations, So, did you hire a good O-line coach? Most of these guys have the talent, but need good teachers as well. Turns out average guys into good Yeah, so the guy we hired, he was from Kansas State. So, we'll see. But Kansas State offensive line has played well, being a Big 12 guy. So we'll see how it all shakes out at the NFL level. But I think instantly we improved our offensive line coach. I'll say that. I wasn't a Mike Solari fan, That's the one thing I hated about Mike McCarthy was he'll bring his homeboys onto a staff. Like I said, that's the one thing. We need friends like Mike McCarthy because Mike McCarthy will never let his homeboys go without a job. You see what I'm saying? He will put you on. You know what I'm saying? So, Mike, if you're watching this show right now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and our OC too. You covering the tank fight? Nah, Mick, I won't be at the tank fight. I will be at the combine instead. So I'll be in Indy instead. I won't be at the tank fight. But I'm still trying to figure out in DMV. We'll talk about this off the grid, but I got to find out, is Canelo and Crawford fighting? And I need it in Vegas, bro. I need it in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? I need Vegas. I might just go ahead and book my hotel in September just in case, right? Because I know if they make the official announcements, they made the official, unofficial announcements or whatnot. But I need that fight in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Tank fight, Barclays. Like, yeah, Brian going to the Barclays Center, bro. If it ain't fight night in Vegas, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't fight night in Vegas, I do not want it. It don't even count. It don't even count to me. Cats be fighting in Houston and Barclays and, you know. So, yeah, so where's Canelo and Crawford is in Vegas? I need Canelo Crawford in Vegas. I need it in September. You know what I'm saying? I'm a whole week in Vegas. We're going to be at the pool parties, DMV. We're going to be vibing. I need that now. You know what I'm saying? I need that now. You think Bud can do it? Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to have to see the size, going up in size. I mean, he even looks bigger. I saw some photos. I mean, Bud is such a technical fighter. Canelo's getting older, right? I think he can, but he's been out for a while. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Ty Felton from Maryland. Yeah, I think that, good kid. I think DMV, we're talking about getting Ty Felton possibly on cover 3, right? What's up, Sadiqa? What's up, sis? Yeah, I think we're talking about getting Ty possibly on the show, who we can get him. So yeah, but I think the fight will be a good fight either way. We're trying to get Ty Felton on the show soon, so we're working with all that. But yeah, I just think that there's some things that just needs to be fixed, y'all. I feel like the most important thing in Dallas that needs to change is the mentality of the front office. You know what I'm saying? Says Bud's gonna have to work that body, but be able to deserve those body shots. Yeah, I mean the difference in sizes, man, it makes a lot, right? You know what I'm saying? Because even like we're getting off. So this is how we do right in the morning, right? This is why I love the walk and talks. We can pivot, right? We can go from boxing to Cowboys to life content to Cowboys back to boxing, right? Even like with David Benavidez at the new size, like even watching him fight Morale the other day, right? When you go up in weight a little bit, it changes everything. You know, it changes everything. You know, even if it might be 5 pounds or 8 pounds, right? It changes a lot, especially when it comes to knockout power. So, you know, Canelo's stout too, man. Canelo's stout as hell. So we'll see. I think he's fighting in May, isn't he? So I think Canelo's fighting in May. So we haven't seen Crawford since the Errol Spence fight. So that was what, 2 years ago? Is that it's like a year ago, 2 years ago? So he's been off for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably need like a little tune-up or something, bro. But we'll see how that all shakes out. Getting back to the Cowboys. I'm working on Ty Felton, see him in the combine, get him. Okay, yeah, so we're trying to get Ty Felton from Maryland on the Cover 3 show. So we'll try to lock in with him. So it's like, the foundation of the Cowboys' thought process has to change, right? And when you do that, it sends a message through your organization, through your fan base, and also the players, right? So let's take it, and I hate we have to keep mentioning them, but hell, I mean, they kind of set the standard, right? If you're Micah Parsons, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Trayvon Diggs, right? And you're sitting at home, chilling with your family, and your Twitter goes off, the Dallas Cowboys have just signed free agent Saquon Barkley. You are, let's go. You are locked in. Hey, we trying to make moves. Okay, all right, I see what we doing. We trying to win a championship. I see, okay, shit, let's go. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you boost your enthusiasm as a player. Oh, they serious now. We're serious now. You see what I'm saying? Like, so those types of things, when the Eagles and Howie went and got Saquon, That was an electric charge through their players. It was an electric charge through their fan base. It sent a message, hey, what happened versus Tampa last year, I'm tired of getting punched on by Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers and all that. We are spinning the block and we coming back reloaded. You see what I'm saying? So imagine that mentality of how you was training all offseason, knowing that your team went and got Saquon Barkley and you are loading the clip to win a championship. You see what I'm saying? It's you know what I'm saying? It changes everything. Your whole mindset, and then they went and got Quinyon Mitchell in the draft, and then they traded up, got Cooper DeJean, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you go and getting probably, I would say, the top, two of the top three corners, or, you know what I'm saying, or two of the top five corners in the draft last year. Imagine if you slay. You know what I'm saying? If you're Darius Slay, you sit up. Oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? They got these young killers coming. Like, so it just sets the tone. It sets the tone, and it has a ripple effect to your fan base, your players, the entire organization. Now, imagine, same scenario, you're Micah Parsons, Dak Prescott, Trayvon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, and you're sitting at home in the offseason, and you get that report that the Dallas Cowboys have just signed Eric Kendricks. All right. Hey, so where are we going to eat? Where are we going to eat? And Eric Kendricks played well, but where are we going to eat? Like, okay, cool. I guess we got, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's different, right? Shuta Sadika, this thing is definitely wrong. 10 months? Yeah, you've been member way more than 10 months, sis. You know what I'm saying? You've been way longer than 10 months. That's definitely off. What's up? Devin, we need Diggs back. Yeah, see, I'm not sure. I'm going to hit Diggs. I'm going to hit Diggs up and kind of see, you know, what he's like. I know Diggs kind of keeps things on the low, right? Osa right now, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're not hitting doubles in the draft, hitting homer. See, we got to go out there and hit homers. Yeah, DMV, bro, you already know the vibes when it comes to Micah, bro. Micah, I know he said what he said, but I would highly doubt they're going to sign Micah early. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be a drawn-out process. I'm putting my head in the sand because it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly because the Cowboys and their minions have already made it ugly with Micah. And if Jerry pulls the wrong string one time, Micah's not going out with the Zeke Who stuff. Micah's not going to play those kind of games. You see what I'm saying? Micah's not going to let Jerry say all the slick shit publicly and just take the Dak Prescott route. If Jerry pulls one of those strings wrong, it's going to be bombs over Baghdad when it comes to Micah Parsons. You know, if they try to franchise tag him as like a linebacker or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, fifth-year option plus tag equals games. And plus, here's what Micah has found out. Yeah, it's either the 12 JV or the 13, 12 or 13. Here's what Micah found out. Micah has found out what this defense really looks like when he's not there. 2, you have a brand new defensive coordinator, completely new defensive staff that I'm sure they're going to want their most dominant defensive player at camp, right? So it puts everything at a standstill, you know? And even Mike McCarthy said that. Mike McCarthy's like, man, it'd be nice to get our players signed early so we can have them here at camp. Shit. I mean, it's not just players, it's our best players. You know what I'm saying? It's not just players, it's our best players who will have to miss camp because of holdouts. Like, I haven't like added this up. This might be something we can have someone look online. Like, if you take the last 10 years, I'm sure the Cowboys are tops in player holdouts contract-wise. Like, players missing camp and stuff. I'm sure we're up there. I'm sure we're up there as one of the top teams for player holdouts. Like, I don't know. Now there's rumors. There's rumors. There's rumors, right? But I still, to this day, y'all, I don't understand how he did it, how his agent was, or anything like that. I don't understand how Trayvon Diggs just got his money so peacefully. I really don't know. Kudos to Diggs or whatever, right? But I don't understand how Diggs just got his money peacefully. It was just like a random Tuesday, and it was like, oh, Cowboys signed Trayvon Diggs. Well, that was nice. It was no smear campaigns. It was no, it's like crazy. Yeah, Diggs took less, right? He did take less. So, and so there was rumors of why he took less, but I'm not sure, you know what I'm saying? But, it was just like, bruh, that shit just happened on a random Tuesday. On a random Tuesday. Because I remember I had made the video about signing him before, it was like Denzel Ward, and who else? It was somebody else. The kid from the Falcons, corner from the Falcons, right? To beat them to the market. And yeah, so Diggs did a favorable deal, and they got it done, So, let's see here. Micah said he would take less too if he wanted to do the right thing. But see, here's DMV where I'll say, AJ Terrell, appreciate that. Yeah, AJ Terrell, right? Here is where Micah messed up. Now, I made the video on it about Micah shouldn't have said that. Because let's say Micah says, I want to take less money, right? I want to get the deal done early so we can sign free agents, right? So let's say Micah is saying, and they haven't even talked yet, which is crazy, right? Let's say Micah's like, you know what? I'll take a 20% discount to sign early for the Cowboys to go get some other players in free agency, right? To help this team, right? Cool. Great story. Hey, kudos to you, Micah. Appreciate that, dog. But let's say the ego of the Joneses, right? Because they love to win negotiations, says, well, Micah, I know you offer a 20% discount. We appreciate that. But we actually might need you to take a 40. Yeah, because, we got to sign Deron Bland, right? And we also got to consider Tyler Smith. So, 20 is nice, and we want to take a 40% discount, right? And let's say they push back in negotiations with Micah at that 40% discount, and Micah says, oh, hell no, I'm not. Oh, no. I meant 20% discount, but I'm not taking no 40% discount. The Cowboys can then sit back and say, okay, now Micah's not at camp, right? Now Micah hasn't signed, and we're not able to go get free agents like you mentioned, like Greenlaw and Kinlaw and like some of those players, right? Right? Now Micah's holding out, right? Who is going to look bad in the media? When Steven and Jerry Jones comes out and says, we tried to work with Micah and, we kind of wanted a team-friendly deal and, things can kind of work out. So, we're confident that we can get this deal done. But it's going to make Micah look bad because all those zombies that have been planted and rooted in the soil that's now growing arms and legs going to say, Micah said you was going to take a discount. Micah, you said you were going to get the deal early so we can get free agents. Micah, you said Micah is selfish. And Jerry going to sit back and say, yeah, man, when we tried. We didn't. I mean, we tried to work things out with Micah. That's where Micah shot himself in the foot, right? Being someone who's done sales and negotiations now coming up on like 17, 18 years, right? Old, right? In business and negotiations, he who talks the most loses. 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 Have you guys ever been to like a timeshare presentation, right? Right, timeshare presentation. Like my wife, right? The first time she got caught, like I remember my wife started first dating years ago, right? I took her to Vegas, and I was looking at something in the hotel, just trying to figure out something to get us ready, right? And I looked, and my wife was talking to this girl, and I said, "Oh shit!" Right? They got it, right? So my wife was like, "Oh yeah, it's my first time in Vegas. I never been to Vegas before. My boyfriend just brought me here. It's my first time. We're from Kansas City. Yeah, oh no, we're staying at MGM. So she was just talking, and I looked across, I was like, God damn, they got it, right? And she was like, hey, they said that they're gonna give us a free gift. I was like, God damn, they got us, right? So they end up duping my wife. And I'm trying to get out of it, right? Because I was like, no thanks, we're busy, we got plans. Then the girl guilt tripped my wife and was like, or my girlfriend at the time, we were saying whatever, right? Guilt tripped my wife and was like, well, this is how I get paid to feed my family. All I need you guys to do is kind of have this interview for 2 hours, and that's how I get compensated. So my wife started feeling bad. You know what I'm saying? My wife started feeling bad. We got time. My wife was like, we got time. We don't check into our hotel. Like, she's just talking way too damn much. We don't check into our hotel till 3. It's only 11 o'clock. We got time. I'm just like, damn, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So they put us in the shuttle, take us to the timeshare. They give us coffee and bagels. You know what I'm saying? All sorts of stuff, right? So we get in this timeshare presentation. First, they brought 2 black dudes. You know what I'm saying? They brought 2 black dudes. What's going on, bro? Hey, how's it good, man? Talking to me. One dude was an ex-boxer or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to shoot the shit with me. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? I told them, listen, bro, I appreciate what y'all doing, but y'all wasting y'all time. Honestly, I've been in sales for almost 10 years, over a decade. Like, listen, we're not purchasing a timeshare. None of that, right? We're good, right? So they kind of knew, all right, we can't sell him. So then what happened? They went and brought this young chick over, and she was vibrant, blonde hair, everything, and she started pitching my wife. Well, my wife just started talking again because my wife got comfortable, right? So she started talking too damn much and giving way too much information to where these timeshare folks almost closed my wife into buying a goddamn timeshare in Las Vegas where I go all the damn time, and we don't even need a timeshare. And you're locked into a contract. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you're in business, the best thing you can do in negotiations, take it for someone who's negotiated with some of the biggest Fortune 500 firms in the world, is you shut the F up. Shut up. You shut up. You shut up. Hey, Micah, what's your thoughts on getting the deal done for the Cowboys? Ultimately, I'd like to play for the Cowboys, so I'm going to leave it up to my agent. Micah Parsons has Dave Mujeda as his agent, super agent, right? All the top linebackers is under Dave. Hey, I would love to be in Dallas. Dallas is my home. They drafted me. This is where I want to be. I'm going to leave that talk to my agent. Micah Parsons, if you're watching, don't you go on that podcast and start saying shit about your negotiations, dog. Do not, because everything you say will be held against you. Don't say nothing. Would you like to get paid? I want to stay in Dallas, but I'm leaving it up to Dave. Don't mention no amounts. Don't mention no times. Don't mention no discounts. Don't mention nada. I'm going to leave that up to my agent. That's it. I want to be in Dallas. I'm leaving it up to my agent. Don't say nothing else, bro, because everything you say will be used against you, and you will be spun as the villain. You will be spun as the villain, bro. I 1000% guarantee you we will see something this offseason pending soon about how selfish Micah Parsons is. Yeah, you went and said you wanted a discount, but you're not signed, right? Yes, the Dak PR special. The Dak PR special. This is the time where Micah, you need to go Dak. Now, it's up to you, bro, because this is going to be an ugly situation. You're just on your 5th year option. So technically, they can just let you ride it out. You know what I'm saying? So don't go on this podcast. Don't go on Twitter talking too much about this negotiations, because they will be able to weaponize it against you, and they will. And rightfully so. These are billionaire. As much as we knock the front office and Jerry Jones for being dumb, they're still billionaire owners. You know what I'm saying? So they know how to play the game. And the one game that they play better than anybody is the PR specialty. You see what I'm saying? It's the PR specialty. They'll be able to play that game to perfection. Think about this right now. Jerry Jones is going through a sexual assault case, and he keeps getting that shit just pushed back, tossed out the window, and nobody's even talking about it. Oh, you're playing the PR game versus as dominant as Micah Parsons is on the field, when it comes to PR, perception, branding, all of that, that's Jerry's field. Don't try to play this game verbally with the negotiations, Micah. Don't do it. Don't you do it, because they will make you like public enemy number one. Number one. And they'll make you hold out. They're going to make you go to Cabo, right? Then, if you had, 8 sacks next year, Cowboys fans are going to say you never should have got that money because your sacks declined after you got paid. They're gonna put all of this on you. Don't talk negotiations publicly, bro. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. A lawyer cannot represent themselves in court. It's dumb. Why would a player try to represent himself in media agents? Exactly, Wayne. No, sir. No, sir. I'm not doing it. Because they are weaponed up. They're sneaky. Y'all remember, for example, DeMarcus Lawrence. Y'all remember when DeMarcus Lawrence took a team-friendly deal, right? Because he wanted Randy Gregory to be re-signed, right? So he was like, yo, I want my dog Randy Gregory re-signed in Dallas. So DeMarcus Lawrence did the Cowboys a favor. The Dallas Cowboys went to Randy Gregory, had the deal done, but what did they sneaky ass do? They re-snuck some language back into the contract. Luckily, Randy Gregory had an agent that's paid lots of money that was able to redline that contract. I was like, oh, wait, what is this? Whoa, what is this? This wasn't in the previous one. Hold on, what happened? Oh, my bad. Let me see that. Oh, my bad, man. I forgot I told y'all. So, yeah, we kind of just added this into the contract. I mean, it's no big deal. I mean, it's no big deal at all. I mean, we put that in all the contracts. Remember they told Jane Slater that's what they do in all the contracts. They put that. That? Line item 4B7Y? We put that in all our contracts, bro. No, you don't. They were sneaky. They were trying to do shit so they can get out of the Randy Gregory contract in case he was to get suspended again. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, bro, leave that to your agents. Leave it to your agents, Micah. Don't do it. Remember how they did Jalen Smith? Because Jalen Smith had a situation where if he was to get injured, then they would have to pay him out a certain amount of money. So instead of that happening, they benched him and then cut him because they couldn't risk of him getting injured. They would have to pay out that money. You know how crazy that is? Now, remember, Jalen Smith got signed before Zeke. Jalen Smith took a team-friendly deal, right? Jalen Smith took a team-friendly deal. But the Cowboys Ooh, wait, hold on. If he gets hurt or nicked up, we're gonna have to pay him out this money. So listen, Jalen Smith. They went to Jalen Smith, said, hey, can you get this verbiage out the contract, please, and redo it? They wanted Jalen Smith to rip up his current contract, rip it up, shred it up, do a brand new one because of the verbiage that he had in his previous one, that if he got hurt, they would owe him a certain amount of money. Jalen Smith says, nah, bro, I took y'all a team-friendly deal, and you want me to rip up that contract and do another one because of some verbiage that you had in the previous one that I signed and acknowledged. Yeah, that's just where we're at. I mean, Jalen, we know we love you, right? Clear-eyed view. You know, you're one of our guys. Just rip that contract up and do a brand new one because we kind of messed up on this one. So Jalen Smith said, nah, I'm cool on that. They cut him. They cut him, right? They cut him. See what I'm saying? So it's like, those are the reasons why, bro. You got to have a dog. You got to have a dog. Let's see here. That was a clause there when both parties agreed. Exactly. Yeah. So if you knew what the contract was and I had this injury clause in it, you sent it to my agent. My agent reviewed it. I said good. You said good. We both signed it. But now what happened was, you didn't know you was getting Micah Parsons at the time, right? You know you're getting Micah Parsons at the time, so now you got some more linebackers coming in the house. Now I was like, okay. You know, so it's like, it's you have to be able to separate business, right, from, football, And the way you do that is if you have a high-paid agent, you're paying about 10%, let them handle it. Let them handle it, right? It's okay. You go get these killers for a reason. Dak changed his agent that went and got Todd France for a reason. Even Mike McCarthy did it, y'all. Mike McCarthy fired his agent and got a new one because he knew the types of killers he was about to go against when it came to the Joneses. So Micah, normally I have your back on certain things, right? But don't you go on that podcast and talk about the negotiations. They will weaponize it. What do you think about Luther Burden at 12? 1,000%. Absolutely, I'll take Luther Burden at 12. I spoke about it yesterday. I feel like him and Emeka Ibuka as the wide receivers. I'm going to do the T-Mac film today. Because I know it's kind of picking up steam possibly to Dallas. So I'm going to show y'all if it happens, how blessed we would be. Even though I don't think it's going to happen, right? But if it comes down to Emeka Ibuka versus Luther Burden, I feel like, personally, Emeka Ibuka is more Dak-friendly, culture-friendly, wide receiver 2-friendly, Robin-friendly, right? Separation guy, windows, it's just there, right? But I feel like Luther Burden is more high-octane, yak guy, dog mentality that can ignite an offense, bring some toughness, and kind of give a different spirit opposite of CeeDee Lamb. So it comes down to flavors of ice cream, you know what I'm saying? But just like DL is saying right now, he's the perfect complement to CeeDee Lamb. Perfect. So Clebo talked about Golden, and I mentioned this yesterday, right? So I know a lot of people talk about Golden, Savion Williams, it's kind of those ex-wide receivers, right? And what do I mean by that? My biggest concern, I like Golden. I like Savion Williams. I like Trey Harris. Did the film on him, right? So some of those ex-guys. Here is my concern when it comes to the Cowboys drafting an ex-wide receiver, which is a boundary guy, your big physical slant guys, your Michael Gallup-esque players, right? My concern with them doing that, just putting on my Cowboys Stephen Jones hat, they just traded for Mingo. He plays the X, right? Jalen Tolbert led the Cowboys in touchdown receptions. Take it with a grain of salt, right? He plays the X. And then you drafted Ryan Flournoy last year, who's also your X. So I think the Cowboys, knowing how they think, they are going to go into the draft probably thinking they have 3 X wide receivers already in house in the young guys. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think they're going to be foaming at the mouth to get an X. Also, think about Brian Schottenheimer when he had his press conference. All right. When he had his press conference, who was sitting front row with Dak? Jalen Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert has spoken very highly about Brian Schottenheimer and how Brian Schottenheimer has helped him excel, right? So Schottenheimer and Jalen Tolbert have a connection. And the thing that I'm worried about, honestly, just to be fully transparent, it's just me talking, right? Schottenheimer being an underdog that no one has ever given a chance, right? He's going to gravitate towards these underdog mentalities, right? That nobody believed in me. Nobody believed. So he's probably going to channel that with some of these players, right? So he's probably going to advocate for the Jalen Tolberts of, hey, man, nobody believes in you, Jalen, just like they don't believe in me, but I believe in you, Jalen. It's going to be that shit, probably. Versus me is like, yo, I like Jalen Tolbert. Y'all know I was a huge fan of him. But he's not that, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not golden. You know what I'm saying? He's not T-Mac. He's not, I don't even think he's Savion. I know a lot of people want to compare Savion to Quentin Johnston. And as much as I like Quentin Johnston, I feel like Savion Williams out of TCU is a more complete wide receiver than Quentin Johnston. I think when it comes to Quentin Johnston, he is a more specialized player. And I don't think NFL teams, especially the Chargers, even know how to use him properly. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, got a team full of underdogs and wonder why we can't win. Oh, yeah, we love the Rudy story. Oh, we love a Rudy story. For America's team, bright lights, Dallas, everything's bigger in Texas. We always love a damn underdog story. We love the underdogs. The undrafted guy who clipped 1,000 yards rushing Enrico Dotto. Deuce Vaughn, underdog story. Dak Prescott, underdog story. Me personally, I like the CeeDee Lamb stories. I like the Micah Parsons stories. I like the Ezekiel Elliott stories. Them my stories in Dallas. The people are just better than everybody else. You see what I'm saying? Like, we love these underdog stories. Johnson had drop issues in college. Yeah, I mean, it was concentration. Yeah, it's kind of carrying over. I think it's mental now when it comes to Quentin Johnson, to be honest with you. JT had 3 seasons. That's too much time for production he's given. Yeah, but, it is. And this is the conversation that we had last night, was just like the Cowboys like these refurbished projects, right? These guys that kind of, have some rough edges, but bring them into the right system and you can mold it. And like I asked the chat yesterday, when do all these refurbished project guys typically hit? In contract years. In contract years. Osa, contract year. You see what I'm saying? Like I said last night, I guarantee you Sam Williams is going to hit like a goddamn lottery ticket right in contract year. Probably 11 sack season, something like that, right? When it's time to get paid. You see what I'm saying? It's going to hit. Donovan Hitman Wilson, hit. Bam. Contract year, right? Contract year, all of our projects just hit. And that's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem. I want instant impact. I don't want instant impact. I was a fan of Tolbert, got drafted, but then 3 years ago, move on. I don't think you have to move on with Tolbert, right? He can just be part of the rotation, and he's going to have to get it how he lives, right? And I think that's the problem in Dallas. Is like, I hate the protection aspect. The protection aspect, like, listen, let's say you go draft the Matthew Golden, right? You draft Matthew Golden. It doesn't mean that Matthew Golden has to start over Jalen Tolbert, right? Now, if you draft Matthew Golden in the second round, and all of a sudden, Jalen Tolbert's hair starts turning blonde and he starts to level the hell up and he's outperforming Matthew Golden, all right, well then Matthew Golden got to sit for a little bit, bro. It's Tolbert time. You see what I'm saying? So you can bring in higher talent and it raises up the level of competition, right? That's how sports works. We've all been there. You know, like I was saying yesterday, these kids at Alabama, they know you have a year to prove yourself because next year there's more 5-stars coming in. You see what I'm saying? There's more 5-stars coming in. You know? Think about going back to Emeka Ibuka, right? It wasn't like, oh man, we just lost JSN and Marvin Harrison just went early in the draft, right? Now we can't get another 5-star because we already have Emeka Ibuka. They said, hell no, we getting Jeremiah Smith, bro. We getting Jeremiah Smith, and you gonna have to get it how you live. You see what I'm saying? They didn't say, hey, Emeka's been here for quite some time. He's never really got his chance playing next to JSN and playing next to Marvin Harrison. Like, he deserves a fair shot to be the number one guy. They said, cool story, bro. We getting the best wide receiver in this class, and you have to figure this shit out. You see what I'm saying? So that's how sports works. Like, you can't protect these guys. It's either you raise and elevate your level of play, or you will get replaced. You will get replaced. It's just how sports works. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like the Cowboys, what they'll do is they'll protect, right? They'll protect their underdog stories. Hey, well, Rico had a real good season for us last year. So technically, we don't need to draft a running back early because Rico played really well for us. Like, nah, bullshit. Go get Devin Neal. And if Rico is Rico, then Rico will beat out Devin Neal. If not, God bless him. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's a championship mindset. That's a championship mindset. You go and improve. The Eagles did not give a damn if they hurt Darius Slay's feelings that they went corner in back-to-back rounds. They went back-to-back rounds and got cornerbacks. They didn't give a damn if they hurt Darius Slay's feelings. Remember this. The Eagles drafted Devontae Smith. They didn't give a damn how Devontae Smith felt when they traded for A.J. Brown. They didn't care about his feelings. Well, hey, man, you guys drafted me in the first round, and I was supposed to be the number one wide receiver. Then you guys went and traded and got A.J. Brown out of Tennessee. That really hurt my feelings. No, bro. We are loading up this team with talent. Figure it out. Figure it out. Figure it out. We want you here, but elevate. You see what I'm saying? Clarence Hill said Rico pulled himself out of games. Probably. I don't know. So it's just, yes. Yeah, Clebo. People forget that. We traded with the Eagles so they can get Devontae Smith, and we got Micah Parsons, and Devontae Smith was paid last year. You know what I'm saying? And here we are. Crazy. You know what's also crazy, right? So Devontae Smith was paid last year, and I read reports that my guy out of Arizona, Trey McBride, right, tight end, the Cardinals are in negotiations right now, who was drafted in the class after he was in Ferguson's class, right? So that was the Tyler Smith class, right? They're trying to get him signed this year for Trey McBride. So Micah has someone who was in the same draft class as him, paid before him, right? And also possibly going to have someone who was drafted in a draft class after him, probably paid before him. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. You see what I'm saying? That's crazy. But once again, they yachting. They chilling. We'll see if Jerry says anything at the combine this week. Now, of course, I'm not going to probably be on the Jerry Jones, bus. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to put me on the bus. You know what I'm saying? That'll be, remember last year when, he was doing all the doodling and shit. And they're not gonna put me on the bus. You see what I'm saying? But we'll see if Jerry's talking. Like, Jerry's kind of been MIA kind of a little bit lately. So I'm not sure if they unplugged Jerry's controller a little bit. You see what I'm saying? Not sure if they unplugged a little bit. And like, yo, just chill out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just chill out. But we'll see how it all translates, man. As we gear up for the combine, like I said, I will be there starting Wednesday. We'll do a lot of content. We got cover 3 lined up. I got some draft prospects coming on the show this week. And then tomorrow, right? And then be out the combine, interviewing players, getting up close and personal, posting all the content on the YouTube channel exclusively, right? So like I said, I'll post in the community today. If you guys have questions or players you want me to interview, if I can get to them, ask questions. I can see if I can ask questions from the community. Not just my questions. I want you guys to get some of your questions answered too as well. So I'll post that today in the community tab here in a minute. And yeah, we're going to keep rocking, man. We'll keep doing football things, draft stuff. Like I said, I'm loving doing the draft content, y'all. I'm loving doing the cover 3 stuff. Love helping these kids share their journeys and their stories, utilize my platform. I got so many kids in my DMs now wanting to come on the show, wanting to come on the channel, man. It's a huge blessing. But we're going to keep rocking, That's all we can do, We really can't dictate what the Cowboys do, but we can dictate what we do in our community. Let's continue to talk football, continue to have fun, have conversations that's engaging with context. And that just is what it is, man. So I appreciate you guys. Let's see. So who in the front office not helping these guys get signed, also not moving forward with the free of cap space? I know they had hired a guy who's supposed to be like the capologist. But I think it's honestly just ego. I honestly think it's just ego because the Cowboys, as much as they say they hate losing on the field, they hate losing the contract negotiations. They hate, and here's the crazy part about this, y'all. The Cowboys will do all this bickering, back and forth, media smear campaigns, all this stuff with players, only to cave and fold anyways. You see what I'm saying? It's damn near a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? It's damn near a waste of time. You do all this bickering, back and forth, smear campaigning, you know what I'm saying? Only to fold and cave anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there was ever a player, and granted he retired, but if there was ever a player to push back on, it was Zach Martin. You know what I'm saying? Because Zach Martin was talking about retiring on 105 to the Fan 2 years before he even did the holdout. So he literally said that my wife was on me about retiring, but I told her give me another year or two to figure things out. He said that publicly on 105 to the Fan. Then all of a sudden, he jumped the line, held out, got a new deal, and then he retired. You see what I'm saying? Tuck interview Rock Taylor. He likes my daughter. Give me your thoughts. Oh, Dwayne, love Rock Taylor. So he's another big X wide receiver out of Memphis. I'm not sure if you're good with that or not. You know what I'm saying? As a father, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I like Rock Taylor, man, out of University of Memphis. So he's a sleeper guy I think I'm gonna do that video today because there's players like Rock Taylor's not being talked about, Torrey Horton's not being talked about. I mean, you guys know how I feel about RJ Harvey, but even Kobe Hudson out of UCF, my guy Jalen Smith, the cornerback out of USC, Jake Majors. I mean, there's so many guys I feel like in this draft class that's not being talked about. So I might do a top 5 video. But knowing me, it might be your top 10 or fuck around and be a top 20 because I feel like there's so many guys that not a lot of people are giving credit to. And yeah, Rock Taylor, man, he's nice. He has size. Marajay Gatson the second. I talked about him yesterday. Tight end out of Syracuse. Yeah, my guy Josh Farmer, he's starting to pick up steam out of Florida State, defensive tackle. But yeah, I feel like Rock Taylor, man, he's one of those ones. Like, but I just don't understand. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm missing, but maybe it's just because, honestly, during draft season, I put my headphones on. I kind of ignore a lot of stuff, so maybe he is being talked about, just not where I'm looking. But yeah, I definitely like Rock Taylor, man. So, shit, if you got a contact, I'll reach out to him, see if I can get him on the show. Like I said, Dwayne, I'm not sure if that's a good thing, man. It's hard, right, when you're a father, especially of girls, and my daughter, she's at BYU, and I see these like football players and shit be like liking her Instagram and shit. I'm just like, But see, my daughter doesn't like athletes because she's like, oh, they're all like my dad. You know what I'm saying? And she knows the college version of her dad, so that's why she strays away. Good question. Who is my Ivan Pace for this year? It's hard because like Ivan Pace is like a one-on-one. So there isn't, not yet, right? Not yet. And I'm gonna get to it here soon. I'm probably by like next 2 weeks I'll find it. But there isn't a player yet that I would say I just love, right? I just love that type of player yet. And it's hard because you can't recreate that feeling, right? For me, Josh Downs, he was one of the first players I loved, right? I loved Josh Downs, right? So I tell you, when I find me an Ivan Pace or a Josh Downs player, you guys will know because I'll start to know everything about their family. I'll be watching their blogs. I'll be, stalking them. Like it turns into that type of obsession. But there hasn't been a player yet that I can say, all right, that's the one I love. Like that is it. That is everything I want, right? I mean, the players that I love like that, you're probably not going to get. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, T-Mac will probably be one of those. Was like realistically off the radar kid who I can say I love. I mean, he's not off the radar, but you guys know how I feel about Devin Neal. Like I can't speak highly enough about Devin Neal. We spoke about him yesterday, but he's an easy one. I don't know yet. We'll get there. We're almost there, right? We're almost there. Where if I see a guy, it'll jump. Because like I said, like last year, Adrian Cooper was one, right? When I saw it, it's just like, that's it, right? But those guys are like the Jalen Walkers and stuff like that, like they're going highly early. I don't think there's a guy that's not being talked about enough yet that I truly love that I say he should be like top. You see what I'm saying? So we'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there. There's tons of likes in the draft, but DMV. Like it's weird, right? It's weird because it's like, that's what I like, but I just haven't gotten that feeling yet. You know what I'm saying? Not besides the core guys, right? But like I haven't gotten, like, even with the cornerbacks, it's like I look at some of them, but I just don't love it. You know what I'm saying? I don't love it. Where it's like, and you guys know when I love it, you guys will know. You know what I'm saying? I just haven't gotten there yet, right? And but it's taking time, right? Don't force it. For all the people who's trying to get into content or likes doing content or whatever, draft content, don't force it. Sometimes, people try to recreate, like I said, the pet cat thing is like trendy now. Like, bro, don't force your pet cats. If I don't see it, I don't see it. Like, I can't put everybody on my list. It's like my goal is kind of just some insight. My goal is to take the CFO J Tuck pet cat list, and I want that to be like the Bruce Feldman freak list, where it's just like kids really want to be a part of it. Because last year's pet cat class, they smoked the shit out of. I think it was like out of 18 players, only 2 of them really didn't pan out, and that was Javon Baker, who went to New England, and then my guy Blake Watson, who was an undrafted kid that went to Denver, right? So like out of 16 out of 18, all of them shits hit, and they hit hard. You know what I'm saying? Like even my Florida State guys and Jarrett Verse and Braden Fisk, they hit out the gate. So yeah, Cooper Beebe, of course. Like, so all my pet cats, like, you know what I'm saying? That's a high, because honestly, going to the draft school, NFL scouts are only required to be accurate 20% of the time. Like, it's like, it was like crazy. Like, it's like 20 to 25% Like, that's the standard of being accurate to kind of keep your job as an NFL scout. 20 to 25. You know what I'm saying? Like 20 to 25% is like crazy. That's kind of the metrics, right? If you're hitting a 30% rate as an NFL scout, you're kind of like killing it. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, God damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not to toot my own horn, but shit, I'm way above 30. You know what I'm saying? So it's like DMV is saying, like, don't force it, you know? Don't just love players just to love it. For me, if the film don't jump, it don't jump. It don't jump. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'll get to more of it here soon, but like I'm liking. I think I feel like an off the radar kid that I like, that's not getting a lot of publicity that he deserves is not Common Core. I like Common Core, but out of Illinois, Zachary Franklin. I like Zachary Franklin as a wide receiver. I love Zachary Franklin. I actually like Pat Bryant too. I like Zachary Franklin. I like Pat Bryant. Both of those wide receivers out of Illinois. So if they're not being talked about enough, I mean, Xavier Watts out of Notre Dame. He's pretty much a no-brainer. Let me see. Yeah. So we'll get to it. I say probably by the next 2 or 3 weeks, we'll start to really gear things up. Because remember, y'all, we started our draft content hella early. You know what I'm saying? So we're still early in the process. I need to see the combine. I need to see the kids up close. You know, because unfortunately this year I missed the Senior Bowl because I was in Vegas covering boxing. So I didn't really get to tap into the Senior Bowl as much as I normally do because they had to. It's funny, when they were doing like the weigh-ins and stuff for the Benavidez fight, they had the Senior Bowl on the TV. So I was like multitasking, interviewing boxers and fighters and shit, but like peeking out the side of my ear watching the Senior Bowl. But yeah, so we'll get to it. But yeah, I don't think there's gonna ever be another Ivan or another Josh Downs where it's just like when my wife knew them. You see what I'm saying? Like my wife knew Josh Downs and Ivan Pace because I would just be in the bed watching Ivan Pace film again. And she's like, you're watching this kid again? You really like him? I was like, I love this kid, right? So once my wife starts telling me she knows the kid I'm talking about, that's when it's real. And that's when I'll let you guys know, okay, I found me one and I'm in love. But as of right now, it's like, I like them. They're good. They're quality. But it's not like I love it. I'm not going to force it, man. So I appreciate y'all. Got draft film dropping soon. I think I'm going to do T-Mac today. I think we're going to start doing it quicker ones, right? I'm not going to do the share all the metrics, share all the stats, share all that, right? I think you guys now just wanting the film, and I'll talk you guys through it so we can get straight to the film, in and out, like a robbery, and keep things moving. So I appreciate y'all. Hit that notification bell, like, share the content, and we're going to keep rocking CFO gang. Y'all know how we do. Like I said, make sure y'all tap in with me this week because we'll be at the Combine, all gears ago, interviews, all sorts of stuff up close and personal behind the scenes. So I appreciate y'all. Everyone have a great Monday. Like I said, lock in, embrace the hate, stay motivated, show gratitude. Let's go after everything that we're after this year. I'm wishing everyone prosperity, life, all that stuff, man, because I'm definitely locked in on myself and I'm getting excited again. And it's warm out. And when, you know what I'm saying, pretty soon you're going to see these walking talks. It's going to be like, damn, Tuck, you sweating. Because it's going to be like, in the summer, it gets out here, it's like 110 out here. It's like a sauna out here. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get out here, man, and keep walking and talking and doing this every morning. And we can keep rocking this. So appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in. Everyone have a great Monday. Let's lock in. Everyone stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged. Go Cowboys. Peace.